Okay, today we'll be dealing with the HCF and LCM. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yes,
So
sir.
write down the heading HCF and LCM. ಏನಾದರೂ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲಾದರೂ ಡೌಟ್ ಬಂದ್ರೆ you can stop me and we can clarify that doubt, and then I'll first explain you all the basics. Then we'll do some basic level sums today, and then you revise it, come with all of these revisions in the next class. Then we'll build over it. We'll build the problems. So we'll cover all the basic parts too. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what is HCF?
Highest common factor.
HCF is highest common factor. So write down it as highest common factor. Sometimes HCF is written as, in some exams, instead of HCF, they will write it as GCD. GCD is greatest common divisor. One more slang used for HCF. So it is greatest common divisor.
Okay.
What is LCM?
Lowest common multiple.
Lowest common multiple. Now you know the definitions of it, but let us understand what they actually mean. Lowest common multiple, or sometimes it is also called as least common multiple. The stress is on the words here: factor or divisor or multiple. And the stress is on these things. Let us start one by one. Understand what is factor. Factor is any number which divides our given number. Any number which divides our given number, we call it as factor. So let us say I want to find the factors of 6. So I have to check what all numbers divide my 6. So 6 can be divided by 1. 6 can be divided by 2, 3, and 6. So this 1, 2, 3, and 6 are nothing but what? Factors of 6.
Factor.
So there are 4 factors of 6. Getting this point?
Yes, sir.
Now if I take 8, what are the factors? 1, 2, 4, and 8.
8.
These are the factors of 8. Now, what is the meaning of HCF? HCF means it is common factor, and that too it should be highest. What are the common factors if you see in both the things, in 6 and 8? What are the common factors? 1 is a common factor. 1 is a common factor among these two, and 2 is the common factor among these two. But among 1 and 2, which is the highest? 2 is highest.
2.
That's why we call it as HCF, highest common factor. And factors can also be referred as divisors. That's why we call it as greatest common divisors. Understanding the concept here? Why we call it as HCF?
Yes, sir.
So this is highest common factor. Then after this, let us say we are talking about LCM. That is your lowest common multiple. Yeah, the last word is multiple. So if I consider 6, what are my multiples? 6. Multiple is basically writing the table of that number. So after that, it will be 6, 12, 18, 24, and the list keeps on moving. 30, 36. Understanding this, right? Now, if I want to write it for 8, I'll write 8, 16, 24, 32, and 40.
Yes.
Getting this? Now, what is the meaning of LCM? LCM is lowest common multiple. Now we have to find what is common. Common is 24, and it is the lowest one. That's why your LCM becomes 24. LCM is what? Lowest common multiple. We are multiplying the numbers. In that, the lowest one is your LCM. So this is the actual understanding of your HCF and LCM. Understand this conceptual part, because we'll use this conceptual part in a lot of examples. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Chalo. Then you know how to find LCM and HCF. I think you know one of the methods. So let us start with a simple method. How to find LCM and HCF. Write down the heading, methods of finding LCM and HCF. You can stop me at any time whenever you feel I'm missing something or I should explain anything again. You can just ping me.
Okay, sir.
Methods of finding LCM and HCF. So one method you know. One method you know. What is one method you know? I think you know the division method.
Yes, sir.
How do you find the LCM and HCF of, let us say, 6 and 8? We can find LCM and HCF of 6 and 8 by dividing the numbers. What is the common number which will divide 6 and 8? It is 2.
2.
2 3s are, 2 4s are. Then after that it is 3 1s are. There is no common number. 4 and 4 1s are 4. Getting this? So there is
Yes,
nothing after this. So the number which divides both the numbers is your HCF. The multiplication of the remaining numbers, matlab 2 into 3 into 4. This is what? Your LCM. So what is the LCM now? 2 into 3 is 6. 6 into 4 is 24. This is one method. We call this as division method. So write down the first heading as division method. Under that, copy this example. 6 and 8.
So HCF will be 2, sir.
HCF is 2 because that is a number which will divide both our numbers. Whatever number
Right.
divides both our numbers, that is called as HCF.
Okay.
Now, let's take some bigger examples. What if I wanted to find the HCF of 3 numbers, 12, 18 and 20? I'll try to divide it by the number which is common to all these 3 numbers. What is the common number which is common to all of these? 2.
2. Yes.
2 6s are, 2 9s are, 2 10s are. After this, nothing is common.
Yeah.
We cannot have a common divisor. If there are no common divisors, then that is called as what? HCF. Then we'll divide it with the remaining numbers. What are my remaining numbers? What is common among 6 and 9?
3.
3. So I can divide it by 3. 3 2s are, 3 3s are, and 10 is one more number. Now, there is nothing common between 2 and 3, but there is something common between 2 and 10. What is that number?
2.
2. So it will be 2 1s are, 3 as it is, 5. Now there is nothing common in between these 3 numbers. So what I'll do, I'll start multiplying. How should I multiply? What are my numbers? I should, for LCM, I should multiply all these numbers from here till here and these 2 numbers also. So it will be 2 into 3 into 2 into 3 into 5. Understanding this? Why we multiplied 3 and 5? So let us say now I wanted the LCM of it. I should multiply. How will you multiply? The multiplication also, there are a lot of tricks. If you multiply it like this, 2 into 3 is 6, 6 into 2 is 12, 12 into 3 is 36, 36 into 5 is 180. This is one way. But how can I simplify this entire process? Your goal should be simplification. How can you reduce your effort while maximizing the output? That should be your goal. So how can you do this? Instead of doing all of this, whenever you have 5, whenever you see the number 5, what you have to do is you have to connect it with the number 2. Why we are doing this? 5 and 2. If we connect 5 and 2, we'll get 10. So as soon as we get 10, any number multiplied by 10 is what? Keep that number as it is and add 0 to it. If I have 27 tens, what will I do? I'll keep 27 as it is. I'll add 0 to it. So it will automatically become very easy. So how to multiply this? 5 into 2 is 10. I've kept that aside. Now my remaining numbers are what? 2 3s are 6, 6 3s are 18, and 18 tens are it is 180. This is how you should improve your calculation part also. In some topics, I'll give you the tricks, but in your case, as you are applying for all the officer level exams, the dirty tricks will not work. Lot of the tricks will not work. More of the questions will be of your understanding, how you perceive the topic. So the only way to reduce your timings in the examination hall is to improve on your calculation part. That's why we started with very basic in your first class. I wanted to concentrate on your calculation part. This is how you should think. Whenever you see 5, connect it with 2, it will become 10, and then multiply the remaining. I hope you are understanding here why LCM is 180.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. So this was one more example. I will give you 2-3 examples as homework as well. complete it and send back the photos to me.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
Hello. Then let us do one more sum. Let us take the example of something bigger. 120, 144, 160 and 180. Try to solve this and give me the answer if you can.
Yes, sir.
Start with very basic things. If you are uncomfortable with starting with a very bigger number, start with smaller number. I've taught you divisibility test in the last class, so you can start from there.
Yeah.
So if I start with 2, it will be 260s are 272, 280s are 290s are. Then I have to divide it by 2 again.
Yes, 230.
30, 36, 40 and 45. Now I cannot divide it by 2, but I have to check for other numbers. Are there any numbers through which I can divide this? I cannot divide it by 2, but is it possible to divide it by 3?
Yes, sir.
3 will divide my 30, 3 will divide my 36, but the problem is 3 will not divide my 40. So I cannot take 3. Getting this is that number should divide all the numbers. I cannot take 2 because there is 45. If it is generally, if it is not divisible by 2 and 3, it will be not divisible by other numbers also, because 2 and 3 are very basic. If you have to check for 5, sometimes 7 or 11, but in most of the cases, if it is divisible, not divisible by 2 and 3, it will not be divisible by any other numbers. So what is your HCF? Your HCF is whatever is you have divided. You have divided it by 2 and 2, so your HCF will be what? 2 into 2? 4.
Okay.
Getting this?
Yes, sir.
How about your
Yes.
LCM?
To divide, multiply the entire thing.
Divide, keep on dividing the entire thing. So what's your next division? We have divided by 2 and 2. Now take whatever you want. Like if you can take 3 also, you can take 5 also, it's your wish. So if I take 3, then this will be 3 10s are, 3 12s are, 40 we cannot divide, but this will be 50. Now I'll divide it by 5. If I divide it by 5, what will I get? I'll get 5 2s are 10. 12 we cannot divide it by 5, but I can divide 40 by 5, so it will be 5 8s are 5 3s are. Now what we are left with? We are left with 2 12 8 and 3. Now I'll write it here. 2 12 8 and 3. Now I can divide it by 2. 2 1s are, 2 6s are, 2 4s are, 2 3s are. I can divide by one more 2. 2 1s are, 2 3s are, 2 2s are, 2 3s are. I can divide by 3, which is a common number. 3 1s are, to keep it as it is, 3 1s are. Understood? These are the multiples everybody is getting, I think.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So what is the answer you are getting?
1440.
1440. How about you, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
1440. So what are the multiples now for LCM? My multiples for LCM are 1, 2 into 2
4, 3.
into 3 into 5, 2 into 2 here, into 3 and into 2. These are the numbers, I think.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
What is the first thing we have to do? We have to take out this 10 out.
Right.
So this will be 5
Yes.
2s will be 10.
10.
Okay, so how about this number? 2 2s are 12, 12 3s are, sorry, 2 2s are 4, 4 3s are 12.
12.
Here it will be 2 3s are 6, 6 2s are 12. So what is the square of 12? I asked you to buy out all the square numbers. So what is the square of 12?
144, sir.
144. If I multiply it by 10, so it will be 1440.
40.
Understanding
Yes,
this, this is how your mind should work. If we multiply it like this, it will be very simple. Otherwise, it will become very complicated sum in its own. Okay? So concentrate on the calculation part also.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Chalo then, this was your basic sum. Now let's move on to a little bit of understanding of this concept only. Let's work on this few more time. Now, when we found out our numbers were, let us start with the simple one. The simple one was 6 and 8. What is the HCF of 6 and 8? What we found out?
2.
The HCF of 6 and 8 was 2, and the LCM of 6 and 8 was 24.
24.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Now understand the logic here. What is the logic? HCF is it should be the factor. What is the meaning of it should be the factor? This 2, or for that matter, whatever HCF you have, it should be able to divide my given numbers. What are my given numbers? My given numbers are 6 and 8. Does it divide them? 6 and 8, it divides. 2 is divisible, sorry, 6 is divisible by 2 and 8 is also divisible by 2. Check for your LCM. Your LCM is divisible by 6 and 8, your given numbers. So 24 can be divided by 6, 24 can be divided by 8. So in other words, if I wanted to write, HCF divides the given numbers. Make a note of this in your copy. HCF divides the given numbers. LCM is divisible by given numbers. Understand this logic? Because we will use this conceptually. We'll use this. They'll not give you very simple sums. They'll give you the difficult ones. So understand this concept. HCF divides the given number. Sometimes in the options it will be, we'll not be able to divide it properly. So we'll use this logic in the options.
Okay, sir.
So it divides the given number and LCM is divisible by the given numbers. Okay. And now write down the next heading, relation between HCF and LCM. A relation between HCF and LCM. Let's go by that same logic. What logic we had? We had the logic 6 and 8 HCM was 2 and LCM was 24.
24.
Yes. Now let us call this as number 1 and this as number 2. What will I get when I multiply number 1 and number 2? And what will I get when I multiply HCF into LCM? What is the number 1? Number 1 is 6. Number 2 is 8. What is the HCF? HCF is 2. LCM is 24. What is 6 8s? 6 8s it is 48. 2 into 24 is also 48.
48.
Understanding this? So what is the relation? If I multiply by my number 1 and number 2, then this will be equal to my HCF and LCM. Getting this?
Yes, sir.
Write down this logic. Okay. Now let's move on from here. Let's understand a little bit depth of this. Now, as the HCF was 2, can I write my first number as 2 into 3, which is 6, and my second number as 2 into 4? Understand this? I can write my first number as 2 into 3 and my second number as 2 into 4. Now, if I find out the ratio of my number 1 and number 2, ratio matlab kya? If I divide 6 by 8, what will I get? If I divide 6 by 8, 2 3s are, 2 4s are. So I'll get the ratio as 3 by 4. Understanding this? Let's call this as X,
Yes, sir.
and let's call this as Y. So my first number is what? 2 is HCF here. So first number is HCF into X, and second number is HCF into Y. Getting this logic here? Where X and
Yes,
Y
sir.
is what? X and Y are ratio of your numbers. Sometimes they'll give
Yes.
you the ratio and they'll ask you to find the numbers. Okay, so what are your ratio? Your ratio was 3 by 4. We consider 3 as X and Y as 4. HCF was 2. So after this, let's see where it takes us. Let's just substitute in this equation where we have found out the answer. We have found out that number 1 into number 2 is nothing but HCF into LCM. Let us substitute it here. Let's see what we can get from it. First number can be written as what? HCF into X. And second number can be written as HCF into Y. On the right side, we already had HCF into LCM. Now I can cancel out one HCF on both the sides. So
Yes,
what
sir.
will I be left with? I'll be left with HCF into X into Y is what? XY is equal to LCM, or for that matter, this is also an important relation, or your ratio of numbers is nothing but LCM upon HCF. This is one more relation. And one more conclusion we can draw is, if I keep HCF here only and transfer only the X and Y, so it will be HCF is equal to LCM upon XY. These are three important conclusions we can draw when there is ratio of the numbers being given. This is called as ratio concept. Write the heading above it as ratio concept, then copy the remaining.
Okay, sir.
This is called as ratio concept. Same thing will happen as soon as it switches off, join the same link again. I think it will switch off by 7:40. So join the same link. And I'm thinking of taking classes every alternate day. Okay, so join every alternate day. You'll have class on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 1.5 hours each, and I'll take classes on your exams on every Saturday or Sunday. I'll inform you. Download the app. I'll send you the link actually of the app. If you have downloaded, that's well and good. If you have not downloaded, download the app. I'll send you the test. Then we can discuss the test. I'll send you the link, sir. Actually, this is of this Brevards Academy only. It is available on the App Store also.
Okay.
It is available on Play Store, so you can download it directly from there. I'll upload the test series and we'll send you the link also. So take the test. We'll discuss a little bit about the test every Monday also.
Okay, sir.
I hope you have written down all of this.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now let's solve some sums on these concepts before we move on to something else. Take down.
Okay.
These are your previous year questions of the defense exams particularly. So write down HCF and LCM. You write everything, I'll write only the important parts. The HCF and LCM of two natural numbers are 12 and 72. The HCF and LCM of natural numbers are 12 and 72 respectively. What is the difference between the two numbers? What is the difference between the two numbers? If one of the numbers is 24, one of the number is 24. Now, if we have no idea also how to solve anything, then if you are comfortable enough in solving, writing the given part, half the work is done. This is how you write the given part. We wrote it as HCF and LCM are 12 and 72. The difference between the numbers is what we are supposed to calculate. The first number is given as 24. Now, what formula I'll use here? I've given you all the basics. So, what formula I'll use here? Try it from here, and if you don't get it, then I will solve. So, what formula I'll use here?
Last formula, sir. Last formula.
Last formula, you can start with the first formula also. The basic formula, in most of the cases, this will be the formula you'll use. 1 into 2 is nothing but what? HCF into LCM. Everything they have given. They have given you the HCF, they have given you the LCM, they have given you the first number. All you have to do is find second number. Substitute everything. First number is 24. Second number is what we are supposed to find. HCF is 12 and LCM is 72. Getting this?
Yes, sir.
Now, the trick is here. Everybody can get it till here because they have read it and they know how to substitute the formula. The trick is in the calculation part. You should not multiply 12 and 72 and then divide it by 24. In aptitude, there is this simple rule: never make your numbers bigger. All you have to do is try to cancel wherever it is possible. So I'll directly cancel it. How will I cancel it? If you know 24 table, that's well and good. If you know 24 table, then it will be 24 ones are 24 threes are directly cut ho jayenge. But if you don't know, if you don't know 24 table, then it will be what? 12 ones are 12, 2s are 2 ones are 2, 36. So your second number is 36. But was that the question? That was not the question. The question was the difference. So what is the difference between 36 and 24? Difference matlab we have to subtract. So what is the difference between 36 and 24? It is
12.
Getting this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. With practice, we can reduce the solution part to only 2 lines. These are the 2 lines we will be doing. We will not even write this one. Second is 36. This you have done in your school level where we put it in the box. Sometimes we will draw these lines, make it something fancy. All of that is not required because you will be carrying your rough work. At the end of the examination, you will carry your rough work and come back to it. You always remember this. Write very limited steps. With practice, I think you can skip this step also. All you have to write is this step. Only one step, which is this. And move on from there. 36 you have found out. If you know the first number is 24, the difference will be 12. No need to write all this. I think you can mentally manage all of this. So that will come with practice. So try to practice as much as possible. Write down next. The LCM of 2 numbers. I'm dictating today because just I wanted to write you guys to write the question. When you write the question, you'll get to understand a lot of things. I can actually show you the slide, but the problem is you'll not be able to determine a lot of things from the question. So just for the practice sake, write the questions today. Tomorrow I'll upload the photos directly to your group. Right. The LCM of 2 numbers is 2376. The LCM of 2 numbers is 2376. While their HCF is 33. while their HCF is 33.
Okay, sir.
If one of the number is 297, if one of the number is 297, then what is the other number? If one of the number is 297, sorry, then what is the other number? Solve karo. Try it from your end. If you don't get it, I'll solve.
Number 2 is equal to 7.
Especially the UPSC exams. If you are writing RBI, those kind of exams where aptitude is the main thing, then they will give you very difficult numbers. As you are not going into banking sector is one sector where we want everything up to the last mark. But as a UPSC aspirant, you are going into defense or IS for that matter, where we'll have to make decisions. So it will be a broad case. In that scenarios, you should know how to assume your numbers. What are your numbers? Let us say 2, 3, 7, 6, 33. Let's solve the same question. The thing was, we had the LCF of, how much? What was the LCF?
2376.
And HCF was 33. First number was 297. We wanted the second. We have the only one relation, that is number 1 into number 2 is nothing but HCF into LCM.
LCM.
So substitute all the numbers. You know it is 297 and we don't know second number, but HCF we know it as 33 and LCM we know it as 2376. Now it is very difficult for you guys to find the multiples. You can, like, if you see 33, your mind should run towards it, because 33 is what? 3 11s. So you can start your cancellation from 3. We can cancellate this as 3 11s and here you can cut the 3 and all. But if you look closely at the numbers, you will understand there is one correlation between 33 and 297. And this is true for all your numbers, especially UPSC related exams. As you are going to be a decision maker, they will not ask you the numerical part. They will not make your calculations difficult, because you will have a lot of people to work under you to make those calculations. So you will be mainly focused on understanding part of the concept. So your numbers will be very easy so that you can cancel them out. So in such scenarios, just check one thing here. If 33 tensa was there, what is 33 tensa? 330. Whatever this number is, this will be cancelled by 33. So what we have to do? We have to take it as 33 9s. I've taught you in the first class itself. How will you multiply the number by 9? We'll take the number and multiply it by 10. That is 330. And then we'll subtract the number itself from it. So what is 330 minus 33? And this also calculation. Like a lot of you guys will be confused. What is 330 minus 33? Don't take it as number. Take it as money. We are very comfortable with money transactions. So 330 rupees minus 33 rupees. How much is that? 297. So 33 ones are 33 9s are. Now all we have to do is divide the number 2376 from 9. Now I have to check whether the number is divisible or not. How will I check whether the number is divisible or not? I will use divisibility rule. That is 2 plus 3 is 7.
All of the numbers.
Yeah. 2 plus 3 is 5. 5 plus 7 is 12. 12 plus 6 is 18. And this 18 is divisible by 9. So this entire number has to be divisible by 9. 9 ones are 9 twos are, it is 18. I'm cancelling very methodically, just because you will understand. In future, we'll try to do this as efficiently as possible. 9 to is 18. 5 is left. If 5 is left, what will be the number? Number will become 57. 9 6 54. So my remainder is 3 now. 3 matlab 36 ban gaya. 9 4 it is 36. So my number is how much? 264. Understood this? If they have given numbers like this 33, 297 and all, it will cancel. What you have to find is how will it go? How will it cancel? Okay? Chal.
Yes, sir.
So we're done this also. Now let us move to one more very simple sum. Right on next. What is the product of HCF and LCM? What is the product of HCF and LCM of the numbers 18 and 15? What is the product of HCF and LCM of the numbers 18 and 15? Try to find it. There is one simple trick here. If you understand that trick, then you'll get the answer. What is the product of HCF and LCM of the numbers 18 and 15? Read your book, you'll understand. How many of you are finding the HCF and LCM of 18 and 15? How many of you are doing by this method? You are not supposed to do.
4,500.
Huh?
4,502.
4,500. Why? Why such a bigger number? What is the HCF of these two numbers? I cannot divide it by 2, but I can divide it by 3. So this will be 3 6 and 3 5. We cannot divide it further. HCF is how much? 3.
3.
How about my LCM? My LCM is 3 into 6 into 5. What is 3 6
12. 120.
3 6 it is 18. 6
Oh,
3 is 18. 18 5 is how much? 90. 3 6 it is 18. 18 5 it is 90. Or you can always multiply 5 and 6. 5 6 it is 30. 33 it is 90. So what is the product of HCF and LCM? Product of HCF of LCM is 3 into 90, which is 270.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Getting this? But
Yes, sir. Yes.
the problem is this was not at all required. Why was this not required? Can somebody explain me?
Because we did 18 into.
Yeah.
So
Why
18
was
into 15 also is the same thing, right?
Yeah. Because our numbers are what? 1 and 2. What is the formula we have? We have HCF into LCM is nothing but was 1 into 2. They have given the numbers which are 18 and 15. So all you had to do was find the multiple of 18 and 15. So what is the multiple of 18 and 15?
Got it, sir. Got it. Yeah. 270.
Directly you can do it from here also. Instead of doing all of this, we could have done this one simple step. Getting this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, next type of questions. We'll do the difficult ones tomorrow actually. This concept is applicable in few more scenarios. We'll do those sums later. Now take down this question. The LCM of two numbers, is 90 times their HCF. The LCM of two numbers is 90 times their HCF. The sum of LCM and HCF is 1456. The sum of LCM and HCF is 1456. If one of the number is 160, then what is the other number? If one of the number is 160, then what is the other number? If one of the number is 160, then what is the other number? I will solve this one. You can solve the next one. I'll give you very similar samples. Okay, this is one more kind of repetition we see in UPSC exams. So I'll solve this. LCM is what? What they have given, LCM is 90 times their HCF. This is what the relation they have given. And they are stating that LCM plus HCF is 1456. So what was LCM? LCM was 90 into HCF plus HCF is equal to 1456. So what is 90H plus H? What is 90H plus H? It is 91H. 91H is equal to 1456. It is very similar to 90X plus X. It will be 91X. Similarly, it will be 91H. So what will be H equal to? H is nothing but what? 1456 divided by 91.
90.
What will be 1456 divided by 91? How to do this?
Go with 3, sir.
See, there is one more trick here. Here the last digit was what? 1. Here the last digit is what? 6. Oh, in one table, when will I get 6? It is only when it is multiplied by 6. So it is
6.
always 1 6 are 6. Understanding this? So either I have to multiply it by 6 or 16 or 26. These kind of multiples. Then only I get the answer. What is 91 6? 91 6 is what? 6 1 6 6 9 it is 54. So the number is 546. But we are supposed to get how much? 1456. Then I'll take the next multiple. It is 91 16. 91 16. What is 91 16? 16 1 it is 16. 1 is the carry. 16 9 is what?
144.
144 plus I add 1 to it. It will become what? 1456. Understanding this?
Yes,
So
sir.
it will
Yes,
be
sir.
91 ones are 91 16s. My HCF is how much? 16. Getting this?
So can we do it once again, please?
16 multiply.
I know, sir, from the very beginning.
Yeah. So LCM was given as 90 times their HCF. So LCM is equal to 90 into H. We have given one more hint, that is LCM plus HCF is 1456. So it will be 90 into H plus H, because 90 into H is nothing but LCM here. So it became 91H, which is equal to 1456. So HCF is 1456 divided by 91. So my HCF turned out to be how much? 16.
16.
Understanding this? Now I know the LCM. LCM is nothing but 90 into H. I know HCF, which is 16. I know my first number. I want a second number. I'll use the same relation, that is number 1 into number 2 is equal to HCF into LCM. My first number is 160. I don't know my second number. My HCF is 16. And my LCM is how much? 90 into H. I'll not find it. Okay, don't use this opportunity to find. 90 into 6, I think everybody can do it. It will be 16 9s are 144, add one more 0, 1440. This is not necessary, especially in aptitude section. Never do anything which is not required. That will simply increase the time. Okay, so this is not at all required, because they have not asked LCM, so we will not find out LCM. Now what? 16 ones are 16.
16.
Getting this? हो जाएगा?
10, sir.
क्या?
16 tens are.
16 tens are. That's what I'm telling you. Okay. HCF into LCM. Then what? Can you cancel out the remaining part and tell me the answer? 1 second. Might have missed something. Yeah, 90 into H. H is what? What is H here?
16.
This H is again. Yes or no? So it will be 16 ones, 16 tens. I can cancel out these zeros. Yes or no? So what is my second number? My second number is 16 into 9. Whatever is the remainder. What is remainder? It is being left there. What is left? 16. This 16 is left from here H. And 16 nines is how much? What is 16 nines? 144.
4.
I hope you are getting the answer. We are not substituted our H. We are supposed to substitute. I'll arrange and substitute it if you are getting confused. LCM is 690 into H and HCF itself also 16. So we cancelled 116, we cancelled 10, we are left with 16 and 9. It became what? 144. Understood this one?
Yes, sir.
Let's solve very similar question. If you have understood, if you have copied, we can move it.
So just 2 minutes.
Yeah, sure.
Copying is. Yes, sir. We can go to the next one.
Everybody has copied? Harish, Ramesh, Shivanand. If you have copied, we can
Yes,
move it.
sir.
Okay,
Yes,
let's
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Let's solve some which is very similar to this. Write down, I dictate. All the steps are same. I want you guys to solve this. The LCM of two numbers is, this is repeated actually, and we see this lot, especially with your all the exams conducted by UPSC. So make sure you have a bundle of all the question paper of at least 5 to 6 years. If you are preparing for CDS, 5 years is enough. But if you are preparing for civil services, at least you should go for 6-7 years. Only because the reason is UPSC civil service happens once a year, CDS and AFCAT happens twice a year. So if you consider only for 5 years also, CDS will get 10 question papers. At least you should solve 7-8 question papers. You should look at them. We are not seeing the numbers being repeated, but we see the concepts being repeated. The
Yes,
one which I solved now was asked in 2013. We had a very similar sum in 2015. Just the numbers were changed. Okay? Chalo, look. The LCM of two numbers is, the LCM of two numbers is 12 times their HCF. The LCM of two numbers is 12 times their HCF. The sum of HCF and LCM. The sum of HCF and LCM is 403. The sum of HCF and LCM is 403. If one of the numbers is 93, if one of the numbers is 93, then what is the other number? If one of the number is 93, then what is the other number? Correct.
LCM.
If you are confused with the numbers, I have written the numbers in the brackets here.
LCM. H plus H.
Sir, 123.
123. 123 is not there in the option. You're very close, but
So you're stuck in one place.
let's see. 12 times their HCF. So LCM is
124.
what?
124, sir.
Yeah, 124 is correct. 12 into H. LCM was given as 12H plus H.
Yes, sir.
So it will be 13H.
13.
And they have given the sum as 403.
03.
So 13 ones are, it has to cancel. It will cancel. 13 ones are, 13 threes are. 13 threes are is what? 39? We are left with 1. So it will become what? 13 ones are. 1 is the remainder. It will become 13 and it is 13 ones are. Understood?
Okay.
If your HCF is 31, I think you can substitute the rest of the things. Your first number is how much? 93?
93.
Okay, then substitute. First number is 93. Second number is what we are supposed to calculate. HCF turned out to be 31. And your LCM is 12 into HCF. What is the HCF here? 31. Getting it? So
Yes,
we can
sir.
directly cancel it. It is 31 ones are, 31 threes are. 31 threes are is 93. 3 ones are, 3 fours are. 3 fours are is 12. So my answer is 31 fours are. What is 31 fours are? 4 ones are 4. 4 threes are 12. So my answer is 124.
Okay, sir.
Getting this, we got the same number. Nothing changed actually. Same concept, same number. Can we move ahead?
Yes, sir.
Oh. So then now right out the idea, we have two simple concepts before we end the class. Right up. HCF and LCM of fractions.
Okay.
If the number is given in fractions, how do we find the HCF and LCM of that? HCF and LCM of fractions. There is very simple rule. HCF of a fraction is nothing but we'll find HCF of numerator and we'll find LCM of denominator. When we have fractions, what is the meaning of fractions? It will have a numerator, it will have a denominator. So whatever numerators are there, we'll find the HCF of the numerator and we'll find the LCM of the denominator. And for LCM, it is vice versa. So what? We'll find the LCM of numerator and we'll find the HCF of denominator.
Okay.
Listen this. Let us start with a very simple thing. What is the HCF and LCM of 14 by 3, 21 by 9 and 7 by 15? Okay. Now if I wanted HCF, what will I do? I'll find out the HCF of all the numerators. What are the numerators here? 14, 21 and 7. I'll find the HCF of 14, 21 and 7. What is the HCF of 14, 21 and 7? What is the common number which will divide all these three numbers?
3, 7. 7.
7. No.
7 to the
7.
7 2s are, 7 3s are, 7 1s are. So my HCF of these three numbers is what? 7. Now I have to divide it by LCM of these three numbers. What is the LCM of 3, 9 and 15? Find out it first. Find it out first. 3, 9 and 15.
3 3 is
We are finding LCM. So we have to reduce it till we get 1.
45.
How much are you getting?
45.
45. So it is 3 1s are, 3 3s are, 3 5s are. We cannot further divide it. So it will be 3 3s are 9, 9 5s are 45. So the HCF is how much? 7 by 45. Now if
Yes,
I
sir.
wanted LCM, what will I do? I'll find the LCM of these three numbers. We have found out the HCF. HCF is 14 to 21 by 7. What is the HCF? 7. Now I cannot divide it further. Can I divide it further? I cannot divide it further. Yes or no? So it will
Yes,
be
sir.
what? 7 2s are 14, 14 3s are. What is 14 3s are?
42.
42. So it is 7 2s are 14, 14 into 3 is 42. I should divide it by HCF of 3, 9 and 15. What is the HCF of 3, 9 and 15? Here. What is HCF? 3. Yes or no?
3.
So my LCM will be 42 by 3. Don't write it as, don't cancel it out. After this, don't cancel it out. 3 1s are 3, 14s are, so it will be 14. Don't write it in this form until and unless they have asked. Okay? If they have asked it, then only write it. Otherwise, this is the correct answer. LCF is 7 by 45 and LCM is 42 by 3. Understanding this?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. I'll give you one example. We can solve it. Right. What is the HCF and LCM of 4 by 5, 3 by 10 and 7 by 15? 4 by 5, 3 by 10 and 7 by 15. Try this out. If you are stuck, I'll help you out. Find both HCF and LCM. In your examination, to reduce time, they'll ask you either one. They'll either ask you HCF or they'll ask you LCM.
It was 4. There is a 12. Sir, LCM will be 84 by 5.
LCM will be 84 by 5. Yeah, correct. How about HCF?
HCF, sir, 437. How do we?
If you are not getting any common factors, then one is HCF.
Okay. It was a 10. Sir, 1 by 30.
1 by 30. So if I wanted the LCM or HCF for that matter, I have to check 437. Now there is nothing common in between them, so HCF will become 1. And LCM will be multiple of all of this. 4 3s are 12, 12 7s are 84. HCF is 1, LCM is 84. How about the numbers 5, 10 and 15? 5 is common. So it will be
Yeah.
5 1s are, 5 2s are, 5 3s. Getting this?
Yes,
We
sir.
cannot multiply anything after this, so it will be 5 2s are 10, 10 3s are 30. HCF is 5. Now if I wanted the LCM of these fractions, I have to find LCM of the numerator. What is the LCM of the numerator? 84 divided by HCF of the denominator. What is the HCF of the denominator? What is the HCF of 5,
5.
10 and 15? 5. So my answer is
5.
84 by 5. How about HCF?
HCF 1 by 30.
1 by, because my HCF was 1 and my LCM was 30. So it will be 1 by 30. Understanding this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Hope you have copied and do this sum as homework. Find the HCF and LCM of. I'm giving you this as homework. Copy karo and solve it and send me the solution. You can send it in the group. Class group, rest of you. And do this homework. So, can we move on?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. We have last 10 minutes. We'll finish off whatever is we are supposed to cover today. I will send you the sums. Actually, if you download the app only, you'll get the sums. I'll tell you where to find the sums also. In that, there are a lot of sums. But from HCF LCM only, there are, I think, 100, 200 sums. So, solve it from that.
15 by 4, right?
15 by 14.
Okay.
15 by 14 was the last one.
Okay.
Okay, now take down the heading decimals. What we have to do if we have decimals? How to find the HCF and LCM of decimals? Okay, let us take one very simple decimal. If we have 3.2 and 0.08, and they are asking you what is the HCF and LCM of 3.2 and 0.08. Now, what is the problem here? We don't know how to find the HCF and LCM of decimals. That's a bigger problem. But what is the difference between these two numbers? Don't find the actual difference, but what are the uncommon things between these two? If we can observe, we'll observe that after decimal there is 1 digit here, and after decimal here there are 2 digits. Take this. If there were same number of digits, then I would have taken out the decimal and it would have made no difference at all. We can do this. If let us say we are dividing 1.5 by 2.5, as after decimal there are same number of digits on both the cases, I can take out the decimal itself. So it will become what? 15 by 25, which is 5 3s are 5 5s are. This became 3 by 5. Similarly, if there were same number of digits after decimal, we could have solved it like that. So what is the missing number here? Here I should get one number. Let me add 0 there. And after decimal, if I add how many zeros I want, then the value of the number does not change. Getting this? Now,
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I'll take out the decimal entirely. So if I take out the decimal, what is the number now? This number became 320 and this number became 8.
8.
Understanding the logic? Now we have the numbers. When we have the numbers, we are comfortable with finding the HCF and LCM of them. So what is the HCF and LCM of 320 and 8? Let us divide it by the common number. What is the common number? 8, I think.
8, yes.
8 into 40 and 8 into 1. We cannot divide it. So your HCF is how much? 8.
8.
And your LCM is 40 into 8. What is 40 into 8? 320.
3.
Yes, sir.
Getting this? But we have borrowed 2 decimal points. We have borrowed 2 digits after decimal point. We have to repay it back. How will I repay it back? Here. I have to place decimal after 2 digits. 1, 2. Then I'll place a decimal here. Here there is only 1 digit. So I'll add 0 to it. Understanding this? Now we have 2 numbers and then I'll place a decimal point. So my HCF became how much? 0.08. My LCM became 3.20. Understood how we solve this?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, right. We'll solve a few more examples. Okay, let's solve one more. What is the HCF and LCM of 0.003, 1.5 and 2.4? We have 3 digits now, but the rule remains the same. I'll let it be how many digits also, it is immaterial. So what we have to do, first step is make sure that number of digits after decimal are same. How many
Same.
digits are there here? 2. Here there is only 1 digit, so I'll give it a 0. Here also there is only 1 digit, so I'll give it a 0. So my number is, if I take out the number, it will become what? 3,
We
and this will
150.
become 150, and this will become 240.
40.
I hope I'm clear here. Keep
Yes, sir.
solving. Now find the HCF and LCM of the numbers. 3 ones are 3, 3 50s are, and 3 80s are.
It is.
Getting this? So my HCF
Yes,
is,
sir.
I cannot multiply anything further. So common, any common number is not there because we have reached 1. Okay. So my
Yeah.
HCF is here only. HCF is 3. But I can further
3.
divide it, I think. I can multiply it with 10. It is 10 5s are. Sorry, I can divide it by 10. 10 5s are, 10 8s are. And 5 and 8, I cannot divide it further. So I'll multiply. Whatever is remaining, I'll multiply. 5 8s is how much? 40. 5 8s are, my LCM is 3 into 10 into 5 into 8. 5 8s it is 40 and 3 10s it is 30. What is 30 into 40? How will you multiply 30 into 40?
1200.
We'll multiply 3 and 4. What is 3 into 4? 12. Here there was 1 0 and here there was 1 0. So it will be 2 zeros.
1200. Yeah.
1200. Now I have to repay my decimal. My HCF turned out to be 3, but I have to repay my decimal. After how many digits? After 2 digits. 1.
2
I have to place one more 0 here, so it will become out 0.03. How about this LCM? I have to place a decimal after 2 digits. That is 1. So it will become
12.0.
12. Getting this? 12.00 is nothing but 12.
Yes, sir.
Understanding how we are solving our LCM and HCF of decimals?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. Now let's move on to one more problem. Take this as homework itself. If we can solve, I'll teach you the starting part. Rest of it we can figure it. 1.754. Sorry, 54. 51. Yeah. Now what? See here. There is a number after decimal. There is no decimal itself. So what should I do in this case?
0.
I have to place a decimal, then I have to write a digit. Getting this?
Yes, sir.
To place a decimal and then I have to write a digit. So what will be my numbers?
17 and 510.
17 and 510. Getting this?
10. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now I have to divide this further. This part I think you can figure it out from here. I'll give you one more example.
Yes, sir.
Solve that also. 2,
Yes, sir.
0.4, 0.05. In this also I'll tell you the first step. What is the first step? To place a decimal.
20.
How many digits I have to place after decimal now? You have to look for the
1.
highest. No. You have to look for the highest.
2.
How many digits
2
are there
digits.
highest? 2. After decimal, there are 2 digits here. There is nothing here. There is 1 digit here. I'll place a 0. There is nothing here. Then I'll place a decimal and then I'll write 2 zeros. So what are my numbers now? 240
40.
and 5.
5.
Getting this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
This will end this session. Find these 2 answers and send it to me on WhatsApp. I'll send you the app link if you have not downloaded. In the left side, in the study material section, there is something called as Aptitude. In that, we have a separate PDF for HCF and LCM. Solve it. Okay? Chalo then. We'll
Okay.
meet, I think, probably on Wednesday. Okay? Thank
Okay,
you,
sir.
guys.
Okay.